Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you're all well and staying safe. Today I have another instant pot recipe, also a vegetarian recipe for black chickpeas, and very simple ingredients I'm using. It's almost like a stew because we don't have a lot of gravy in it, and I have about 2.5 cups of beans soaked overnight, and that's a must because they're very hard and they take very long to cook actually. So even in an instant pot. And then I have 2 tomatoes. I'm using frozen tomatoes. I just had the skin off and they're still frozen. And 1 large onion, roughly chopped. 1/4 cup of oil, about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, and then I have 2 black cardamoms, and also a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1.5 tablespoon of salt, and a tablespoon of red chili powder, a tablespoon of cumin seeds, and a tablespoon of coriander powder. Also, I'll be using 1 tablespoon of garam masala powder, but at the end. So the oil, cumin seeds, and the garam masala powder will be added in step 2. So to begin, I'm just going to add the beans into the instant pot. Again, you can soak them at least for 4 to 5 hours, but I have them, I soaked them overnight, so they're ready to cook now. And then I added the tomatoes and roughly chopped onions, garlic. So 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, and the cardamom is for the flavor, and they're really good herbs, so wherever you can use them, please try. And then obviously turmeric powder, teaspoon is good, and then about 1.5 tablespoon of salt, and I'm using pink salt here. And then also a tablespoon of red chili powder. If you don't want it spicy, then you can leave the chili powder out and add a bit of black pepper powder, not powder, sorry, black pepper crushed. And then a tablespoon of coriander powder. And then I'm just going to add, so in 2.5 overnight soaked cup of chickpeas, I'm going to add exactly 3 cups of water. No more than that, because remember the tomatoes have a lot of water and so does the onion, so we don't want to have lots of gravy, and we just want to make sure the vegetables and the chickpeas are cooked properly, which it will, because we'll be cooking it on high pressure. And trust me, it took me several experiments to get this right. So, and I think this was the first time where I didn't have to cook it after. So there, I'm just going to cover and seal the pot, and on multigrain 30 minutes exactly. And then obviously just forget about it until the timer goes off. And here are the 3 ingredients which I didn't add. I'll be adding them later on. So just the garam masala, cumin seeds, and the oil. So once the timer is off, I like to wait. But if you're in a rush, obviously you can release the steam and open the cover. But for me, I think I waited about half an hour, and then when I opened the pot, this is what it looked like. But don't worry, everything is fully cooked. As soon as I start stirring the chickpeas, the tomatoes, onion, garlic, everything dissolved in there very nicely, and you'll see. So at this point, I'm just going to mix everything into the chickpeas, and then I'll just turn the pot on saute mode, and then just cook it again for about five to less than 10 minutes for sure. So you can see I have a lot of water in there. I don't need to add any extra water, but if you like a lot of gravy, then maybe when you add the garam masala powder, you can add 1 cup of water, and just for that extra gravy, and cook it for another 5 minutes. But for me, this was good. I wanted my chickpeas to have that stew, it's not a lot of water, so it was just like a very thick gravy for me, and I like that. And there you can see the chickpeas are fully cooked. And then I don't have a lot of garam masala or a lot of spices, just very simple basic spices I'm working with here. And then you can see I have plenty of fluid in there still, so I'd like to keep that. And then I'll just add the oil, 1/4 cup or about 4 tablespoons of oil in there. And then I'll add the cumin seeds at this point, and then also tablespoon of garam masala powder. So this is where you want to add the water if you want extra gravy in there. But for me, it was I thought this is the exact right amount for when I cook these chickpeas. I like it. I like it when it's a little bit thick instead of having like very liquidy gravy in there. So you can see to me it looks perfectly done. All the vegetables are dissolved and cooked into the gravy or the stew. And again, I would recommend soaking them overnight, even if you're making them in an instant pot, because they cook in 30 minutes and they're well done. Before, when I made them, I thought I didn't have to soak it, because for lentils and rice we don't have to soak them when we're cooking them in an instant pot. But with the chickpeas or the garbanzo beans, I definitely think we should soak them in a lot of water for at least 4 to 5 hours, if not overnight, and make them for 30 minutes, because for me this was perfectly done, and I would certainly recommend soaking them. It's just for your own convenience and to save time. Also, they're very healthy, so you can just have them with white rice, plain boiled white rice, or even as like a side if you want, or you can just have them as is with a salad, because they don't have a lot of gravy, so you can just have a salad on the side. Again, if you want to add less spices, go ahead. They'll still taste great because you have the onion, the tomatoes, and the garlic giving them a lot of flavor. So there, you would just turn the heat off and it's done. If you added water, even a cup, for more gravy, then you would just have to cook it for another extra probably 5 minutes, and they would be done. So there, just turn the instant pot off and serve it with your favorite rice or your bread and salad. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, please leave in the comments below. Thank you.